Hello everyone and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, 4-color sharks! It should be sharks. With an S. There we go. 4-color sharks. And the idea of this deck is the good old Atraxa. All 4 colors of Atraxa. But now we're not running red. We're not going crazy with Atraxa, even though we have 4 off. But really what we're trying to do is have a bit of a control and try to land the Chrome Host Seedsharks and use that to its great effect. So that's the idea of the deck, and let's look at the deck list. So early game we have removal against aggro for laydown arm, or with laydown arm. Very good card, but it does require us to have a lot of planes in the deck. But we do, because we have Restoration of Eiganjo and things like that to help us get planes out. Next we have for Make Disappear, a good counter spell to make sure that we don't fall behind on tempo. But Make Disappear is a weaker tempo or weaker counter spell late game, for obvious reasons, because our opponent can actually pay for that. So we're not really hinging on that or hoping on that. This is just there for the early to mid games. And we also have 4 Courier's Briefcase. This is our turn 2 drop if we happen to go first. This is helping us ramp a little bit with a treasure token, but in the late game we can draw cards with it, assuming that we get red mana. We have 2 Restoration of Eiganjo to get us our planes, and 3 Chrome Host Seedsharks. Because of the Chrome Host Seedsharks, we need to have a lot of non-creature spells in the deck, which we happen to have. All the cards we have are non-creature spells, other than the good old Atraxa and the Chrome Host Seedsharks. Then we have 3 Wandering Emperor to exile creatures, +1, game-winning effects. We have 1 Memory Deluge to help us draw our Atraxa, in case we haven't drawn them yet. And then we have 2 Sunfall to help us stabilize against a very wide board. Then we have 4 Leyline Binding to exile, any permanent we want at flash speed. 3 Herd Migrations to get a big board. Also to get a 7/7 Phyrexian token. And that's very good, right? And it's in the background, not into a creature yet. So if our opponent wants to board wipe, we can then turn that into 7/7. And then we have Atraxa, 4 off, because we want to get card draw. Atraxa is beautiful. It's just an amazing card that's ultimately broken. 7 mana, 7/7, draw 5 to 6 cards. That's really good, right? Even sometimes when he draws 3 to 4 cards, that's still very good. And we do kind of fill the deck full of different synergy. We got Artifact, we got Sorcery, we got Instants, we got Creatures, we got Enchantments, we got Planeswalkers. The only thing we don't have is Battle, and I couldn't really figure out a good battle to put in the deck. I've seen someone play Invasion of New Phyrexia in the deck just so that they have a battle to put in. I don't agree with that, because Invasion of New Phyrexia does not synergize with any part of this deck. So that's why it's not in the deck. The land base, we got 26 lands. We are a very heavy deck. So 5 planes, of course, because we have Restoration of Eiganjo, we have Laydown Arms, we need planes. And a lot of the deck is white. And then we have 1 blue, 1 island, 1 swamp, 1 mountain, 1 forest for one of the other colors, so that we can get our Leyline Binding on if we need to. We can filter them out and draw them out with her migrations. We have 1 Boseiju, just so that if we need to have an instant speed removal on artifact, enchantment, or land, we can do that. We have 4 Yavimaya Coast, because if not white, the rest of our cards are either green or blue. And then we have 4 Raffine's Tower, 1 Ziatora's Proving Ground, 3 Jetmir's Garden, and 4 Spara Headquarter. Again, most of our deck are white, or most of our deck is bent, right? We need just a little bit of black and red for us to either get Atraxa or get to the draw 3 card effects on Courier's Briefcase. That's kind of the idea of the deck. Let's try it out and see if it works. So this is a 4-color Atraxa deck that doesn't actually hinge on all that ramp. So I want to see if it works or not, if it can work or not, because I don't know. All the other Atraxa decks I've seen are super ramp heavy. This deck, on the other hand, is not ramp heavy at all. So can we actually get it done? We're playing against Chandra Scar. You're not Chandra, you liar. One goes first. All right, that happened. And then we have 1 plane. That happened also. I'm gonna keep, because we have 3 lands and they're blue. Wow, I already don't like where this is going. It's probably mono blue. Yeah, it's mono blue, which means bad things for us. Let's Courier's Briefcase. We'll get a little 1/1 and we'll start attacking him with that. Proving Ground. Alright, now we gotta hold up or make this appear almost every turn in case they Jin us. There it is. Maybe he has a spell Pierce. If he has a spell Pierce, what are we doing? Well, let's just make this appear. I want to keep the 1/1. Ah, there it goes. No spell Pierce. You can protect your Jin against a counterspell, huh? Now we're playing the Chrome Host Seedsharks because he's tapped out. We can bounce our 1/1 or draw a card. I think those are the only effects in that deck. And they quit. Take that, mono blue. Stop playing dumb decks. Yes, we stomped mono blue. It was very fun. Thank you, Shuffler, for rigging it against our opponent and in our favor. It's basically whatever they play, we could play a Leyline. Now that we have Chrome Host Seedshark out, that Leyline will give us a 4/4 and or 6/6. So I don't think our opponent can really stand up to that 6/6. So that's why they quit. Even though we are short a land that turn, 26 lands, and we were still mana screwed. Normal game, normal Magic the Gathering. Now we're playing against 2 show only cards from the Lord of the Ring. No one's gonna do that. Come on. Song YY. I don't know why they made Lord of the Ring and not made it standard legal. They should have made it standard legal, even though, you know, a lot of people are going to complain. Opponent goes first. We got to make this appear, Leyline Binding, and Restoration. That's, I think, good enough of a keep. Red, but nothing. That's interesting. They're just going to play with fire or face. Yeah, that happened. Still. Felden time? You gotta play something. Fake Teferi with your aggro. That's a cool out, though. I commend you on your out, even though you're a disgusting player. Reckless Impulse turn 2. Can't play anything. Huh. Well, time for us to planes, and then just make this appear whatever they play. I want to play on curve here. Swiss Sphere. Do I make this appear a Swiss Sphere? That would put them back. Or they can play Kumano. And then the Swiss Sphere will be attacking us every turn. That's fine. The Kumano is ultimately scarier because the Swiss Sphere is just a 1/2 unless they play other spells. And then that gives us a chance to answer. At least that's my idea. Spara Headquarter. Okay, we could get a playing out, but I think it's better to have the Leyline Binding live. In case we need to bind something. Right, this will make it 1. We have a lot of our lands out. If only we have something that's not a land. Take that out. 15. Ha! Well, I know I said that, but still. It's just awful. Alright, we'll play the Spara Headquarter. That will put all the lands in play. All the tap lands are in play. I don't really need these lands, so I don't really have a discard sort of channel. Next turn, we're just gonna ramp a land, huh? Alright, our opponent's not really drawing much either, but at least we have that. Opponent doesn't seem to have the 4th land here. They may have a Raiju. They can burn us for 1, or for 2, and then attack us for 3, bring us down to 10. But that's all they can do this turn, so Another Leyline Binding is pretty good. What I'm gonna do is discard a land this way, because I don't actually want the Jetmir Garden in play. I want the Jetmir Garden to get cycled. So, I'll play another land. And I'll end turn. There's land number 4. Is a Thundering Raiju time? Not actually afraid of the monetary Swiss Sphere as much now that we have all this. Got the Bloodlust the Adversary that they cannot trigger. And the Festivity for 1 damage. Yeah, you got it. And the Festivity again for another damage. Alright, so they're tapped out, so let me draw a card first, see what I get. Maybe you'd see something not dumb like a land. Alright, well. We're just gonna bind your Swift Sphere so that we don't take 3 this turn. We'll take 2. That's a little late for Lenny. This Sunfall's not very good. So we'll just have to pass turn and see what happens. Phoenix Chick. Mechanized Warfare. Okay, so if he's gonna attack with a chick. Wow. You were asleep. Pathetic. Take 3. Ha! I did that. I did that damage. And then exile all his creatures to get a 4/4. So I can trade with this Raiju if you want to attack. Yeesh. He gets the top 4. Do I even have anything to gain life in this deck? I don't think so. Other than Atraxa and Wandering Emperor, which I have not drawn. I've drawn all the lands. Lightning Strike. Would you like to Lightning Strike my face? You would. Would you like to play with Fire my face with your last card? No. Alright. Can I even attack? What if he has a haste creature? Oh, I have a Leyline Binding. My god. Can't get any more lands. There's a bunch of 3/3s. Enjoy. You just have to deal 1 damage to my face. Do you have it? Do you have it? Do you have it? Come on. That looks like I'm playing. Mana value equal to the number of planes you control. His controller gains 3 life. I mean, if he's just gonna burn me, right? I don't think I can even respond to that. This is a sorcery. Sokazin. Wow. All that BM just to suck at the game? No, I did not have fun. My opponent was BMing even though they were very bad at it. Well, they're playing mono red, so they deserve it. And how many lands did we draw? I think all of them. I didn't count, but I think all of them. Without any ramp. This is why Atraxa decks needs to, you know, have all that ramp so that they're not drawing the lands, they're cheating out the lands. We're now playing against Mordegrin. Mordegrin. We get to go first. With an okay hand. But again, the lands are questionable. Raffine Tower. We're Esper aggro. Okay. Never mind. Let's see what they do. Ambitious farmhand? What? Well, I mean, I have these counter spells in the deck for a reason, so let's get them out. I was really confused. Alright, I'm not going to counter whatever they play unless it's a Thalia. Farmhand is fine. You can get your other planes out. Alright, what do I have? White, black, or Esper, and then Jetmir. I have all the colors, right? I have 2 whites. I have 2 whites. So what am I getting here? I am gonna get a Chrome Host Seedsharks, and I need 1 more white. But I'm not gonna fetch for a white. That's dumb. I'm gonna fetch for a blue. Chrome Host Seedsharks. Lay down arm on your recruitment officer. Got a 1/1. It's not great, but it's something. I'm pretty sure they're aggro, but I'm really not 100% sure with the 2 ambitious farmhands. But if they're not aggro, I kind of just play myself here. Blue, red, green, black. I just need a white mana, and then I will be able to use the Briefcase for the other card draw. They're really, really thinking this through. Wedding announcement. And then another recruitment officer. Interesting. Alright, are they gonna double attack? Would I care? I gotta make this appear to counter whatever spell they're gonna play, and then Sunfall is gonna wipe their board while their wedding announcement is still doing things. He's really going wide. Adeline, huh? Yeah, let's... Do I care about an Adeline? Do I care about an Adeline? I mean, this kind of gives away that I have a counter spell. So, might as well do it. Would he attack for card draw? Or will he try to get a bigger board? He will attack for card draw. So the little 1/1 here is just gonna block something. Leyline Binding is pretty good. I don't think I want to use it right now. I want to draw 3 cards. Leave myself open to a very scary board. Ah, not a playing. If it was a playing, the Leyline Binding would have done something.
So long as I draw breath, hope will never falter.
Yeah, okay. Really?
Ascend!
Alright, well, we can Leyline Bind the farmhand, then attack this down. I think that's pretty good. Does it say non-token? Non-land, right? mono white, which I gotta say, I'm not impressed.
If we lose, none will be spared.
I don't think I want to Sunfall this weepy board. Okay. You're gonna try to draw a card, try a farmhand. Ah, yeah, you got it. Look at that farmhand. Alright, how many lands are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 lands, which means that I can Sunfall and attack. Which means I don't want to do anything. Beautiful. Recruitment officer. I mean, this feels like picking on kids, because those are awful, awful plays. Alright, you get to break the Leyline Binding. Would you like to block the 6/6? Yeah. Okay. That did it, I guess. What about this? Wow. Okay. Atraxa. Sorcery. Instant. Do I want a Boseiju? I want this enchantment. I want this enchantment. Artifact. And they quit. I draw every card. Come on. There's no chance. There was no chance they're coming out of this. I thought it was a mono white soldier for a second, but it was a mono white bad deck. Story Weave? Okay, well, we got a bunch of those. So, what can we say about this deck? It's different. It's not tier 1, but it's definitely not tier 2. It's very strong. And it has its moments. We're playing against Panda Instinct. Alright, this is a Panda. Even though he's not a Panda. I don't know. Opponent goes first. We got 2 lands, and we can't play the Briefcase. So that's not a good hand that we want to keep. This is not better, but something I have to keep. Alright, well, I don't need 2 Raffine towers, so I guess one will go back. Black. Let's hope they're mono black. I think I can live with a mono black. Raffine's tower first. Yes. Alright, Rakdos. Rakdos is different. So I can exile the Blood Tide Harvester, or I can counter their 3-drop. If I counter their 3-drop, I will be able to exile and then play Leyline Binding on the same turn the turn after. Or I can exile this, and then they will play a 3-drop, which I can Leyline Bind. Oh, this is actually a hard choice. Because all these lands are tap lands. No. So, the thing is, I want to have Leyline Binding on the same turn I play the Chrome Host Seedsharks, because that would be a 6/6. That's important. Yeah, the only downside is if they don't play anything turn 3, but they're gonna. And we got an Atraxa. That's pretty good. So, Jetmir Garden. But the problem with that now is we need to hit a untapped land next turn, or whatever we play here won't matter. That's harsh. That's harsh. Would it be Shieldred time? No, Blood Token. Okay. My Little Pony. Ah. Hey, they didn't play anything. So this can get cut, or this cannot get cut down, but this can go for the throw. They don't have it. Jun! But I also don't have much after this. So we're kind of at a stalemate, unless I can draw some lands. Which I never thought I'd say this, but well, actually no, I get mana screw pretty often. So what am I saying? Alright, let's go for an attack. Let's not play the Leyline Binding because it turns off the make this appear. Soakism. Yeah, well, you got them on once. Very scary. It's probably some sort of a combo deck with the little 1/1s. I think. I don't actually know. Alright, we'll play a land. Pass the turn here. Without attack, because the 2/4 can trade with the 1/1s all day. What the heck is this deck? I'm so confused. I mean, he's cycling all his lands like that one game I was playing. Go for the throw. How about you don't go for the throw? How about you leave my shark alone? Well, it tapped wrong, so now it's very obvious I don't have a counterspell. I hope it plays something big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it's an Atali deck. Alright. If it is an Atali deck, that would not be fun for me. Do I have any creatures? I don't. Okay. Oh, this is not fun. We get a plane, I play out the plane, and then I can't play the Chrome Host Seedshark. Or I play the Seedshark and I won't be able to play anything else. Yeah. Against this deck, I think it's warranted. I don't know what's going on, but the Graveyard Trespasser is not that scary. While I can still block it. With a 2/4. It is an Atali deck. What is he gonna hit? He hit a lay down arm. Good luck. Nice number of planes you got. What did he hit on his end? Brotherhood's end. Also doesn't work for him. Okay, so I want to take out the Atali, right? So the juicy 6/6 that he just gave us. Take out his Atali. Well, and then he quits. GG. We're so strong. We're beating all these wonky decks. But the matchmaker has been putting up against decks that are not very good against us. The thing about the deck that we have is we don't face very well against super heavy control, I think. I'm not really quite sure, but we did beat that mono blue, so who knows? Maybe I'm just that good of a player. Anyways, 4-color Shark. The Shark token, they're not even Shark tokens, they're the Phyrexian Incubator tokens, have really saved us from a lot of these games, because the Shark is just menacing on the board, even though he's not attacking for that much. But they have to kill the Shark, and every time they try to, all of our other spells give us sort of the background creatures that are in reserve. And then we can just send them one at a time, and they have to have removal one at a time. And if they don't, we win. That's what I love about this Shark. I think it's actually better than the Sharknado Shark. What is that called again? The Shark Cyclone. It's actually better in that regard. Obviously, the Shark Cyclone is way better of a card because it has that cycling ability. But I think having them be Incubator token is actually better than having them be creatures, because the Incubator token do not get caught up in a board wipe, and we can slowly kind of bleed them out and let our opponent deal with it slowly until they die. That's kind of the idea. The other card's a lot better because the creatures are flying and they come in and start attacking right away if we play on opponent's turn. But it is a 6-drop. It's very hard to synergize. Whereas this is a 3-drop and it's also a creature on the board. So it by itself is already a threat. That's what I like about it. And, you know, I do think this is a good way to make a Sharknado card without being overpowered. And this is a great deck to play with because I had fun playing it. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.